Golden State Valkyries versus Chicago Sky. The streaking Golden State Valkyries, 17-15 7th, will pay a visit to the Windy City to play the struggling Chicago Sky, 8-24 12th. Golden State is 17-15 and 7th in the league standings, 2 games ahead of 9th place. With only the top 8 qualifying for the postseason, the Golden State Valkyries continue their push toward the postseason with momentum on their side. They defeated Washington 88-83 on Wednesday, marking their 3rd consecutive win and 6th victory in the last 8 games. Golden State now enters this matchup against a struggling Chicago Sky team that is 8-24 overall and 12th in the WNBA standings, 7.5 games behind the 8th and final playoff spot with just 8 games remaining. The Sky are coming off a 71-62 loss to the Connecticut Sun on Wednesday and have dropped 3 straight contests, losing 11 of their last 12 overall, highlighting both their offensive struggles and defensive lapses that have plagued them throughout the season. Golden State will be without key scorer Kayla Thornton, who is out for the remainder of the season after averaging 14.0 points per game. In her absence, Tiffany Hayes has stepped up as the team's leading scorer with 12.2 points per game, while Veronica Burton contributes 11.2 points per contest. Temi Fagbenle leads the team in rebounds at 5.3 per game and provides interior defense with 0.5 blocks per contest. Burton also leads Golden State in assists, 5.2 per game, and steals, 1.0 per game. Offensively, the Valkyries rank 11th in the league, averaging 80.4 points per game, while shooting 40.4% from the field and 32.1% from three-point range, highlighting areas where improvement is needed. Defensively, Golden State has been elite, allowing just 79.8 points per game, the 3rd best mark in the league, while holding opponents to 40.7% shooting overall, 1st in the league, and 32.2% from beyond the arc, 5th. This defensive efficiency has been the backbone of their recent winning streak, enabling the team to control tempo, limit easy scoring opportunities, and remain firmly in playoff contention. Chicago, meanwhile, continues to struggle on both ends of the floor, making this matchup particularly challenging for the Sky. They average just 75.9 points per game, ranking 12th in the WNBA, while allowing 86.4 points per game, good for 10th, highlighting defensive lapses and an inability to consistently contain opponents. Their shooting has been inconsistent, with 41.9% overall and just 32.8% from three-point range, while their defense allows opponents to convert 44.8% from the field and 36.3% from beyond the arc. Compounding these struggles, Chicago will be without key contributors, including Angel Reese, Isa Sivka, and Courtney Vandersloot, further weakening their interior presence, rebounding, and playmaking capabilities. With a thinned roster, diminished offensive firepower, and defensive gaps, the Sky face an uphill battle against a balanced and disciplined Golden State team capable of controlling tempo and exploiting mismatches. With Golden State's suffocating defense and Chicago's depleted roster, this matchup is expected to lean heavily toward a low-scoring affair. The Valkyries have consistently forced opponents into contested low-percentage shots while limiting second-chance opportunities through disciplined rotations and strong rebounding. Meanwhile, Chicago has struggled to generate consistent scoring, particularly with Angel Reese sidelined and Della's absence leaving the Sky thin on both ends of the floor. Golden State's balance, depth, and defensive cohesion give them a clear edge, allowing them to control tempo, dictate pace, and capitalize on every scoring opportunity while keeping the Sky off balance. With Chicago's offensive efficiency diminished, Golden State should be able to impose their game plan, slow the contest down, and exploit mismatches, making them the logical favorite in this matchup. In short, Golden State enters this matchup with momentum, a defensive advantage, and a more reliable rotation, while Chicago faces an uphill battle with injuries and inconsistent offensive production. Expect a disciplined, methodical game where the Valkyries look to protect the ball, force contested shots, and secure a comfortable home or neutral court victory. With Chicago missing key contributors and struggling to find offensive rhythm, Golden State's combination of defensive pressure, smart shot selection, and efficient execution should allow them to control tempo and dictate the flow from start to finish. Golden State enters this matchup with a defensive reputation that ranks third best in the WNBA, allowing just 79.8 points per game. The Valkyries' suffocating defense faces a Chicago Sky offense that has been decimated by injuries and ranks 12th, or next to last, in scoring. With Angel Reese, 14.2 points per game, 12.6 rebounds per game, out, Chicago's offensive and rebounding production has taken a major hit. Ariel Atkins now leads the team in scoring at 13.1 points per game, followed by Rachel Banham at 9.5 points. Elizabeth Williams has stepped up as the top rebounder, averaging 5.2 boards per contest, while Atkins also leads the team in assists, 3.5 per game, and steals, 1.8 per game. Williams serves as the rim protector, contributing 0.9 blocks per game, providing a defensive anchor in the paint even as the team struggles in other areas. The Sky have been further impacted by the absences of Camila Cardoso and Courtney Vandersloot, Chicago's third and fourth leading scorers. Combined with Reese's absence, these injuries have left the team struggling to generate consistent offense, both in half-court sets and in transition. Chicago is also shooting poorly overall, ranking 10th in both field goal and three-point shooting percentages, and their lack of depth on both ends has made them an easy target for disciplined defenses. Without reliable scoring options beyond Atkins and Banham, the Sky are frequently forced into contested shots and low-efficiency attempts, allowing opposing defenses like Golden State's to dominate the tempo and control the pace of the game. Golden State's recent form highlights their ability to capitalize on these weaknesses. The Valkyries have covered the spread in 6 of their last 8 games and are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road contests. Their defense has been a key factor, forcing opponents into tough shots and limiting second-chance opportunities. They excel at forcing turnovers and controlling the glass, ensuring that Chicago's limited offensive possessions do not translate into productive scoring chances. The total has finished under in 6 of Golden State's last 8 games, and in all 5 of Chicago's most recent contests, reinforcing the trend toward low-scoring affairs. Golden State's disciplined approach allows them to dictate the flow of the game, utilizing structured defensive rotations to minimize easy baskets and to frustrate teams like Chicago that rely on a small number of primary scorers. This approach is especially effective against teams dealing with multiple injuries, as the Valkyries can exploit mismatches and capitalize on lapses in defensive communication or positioning by undermanned opponents. Chicago, by contrast, has struggled mightily against the spread, failing to cover in 11 of their last 12 games. On home court, they are just 1-7 ATS in the last 8 contests, demonstrating their difficulty in staying competitive even in front of their own fans. These struggles reflect both a lack of consistent offensive weapons and a defensive unit that is unable to adapt to opponents' schemes. With only 8 games remaining in the regular season and 7.5 games behind the final playoff spot, the Sky face a steep uphill climb. They are forced to balance the need for urgency in their offensive sets with a defense that has shown vulnerability against disciplined, methodical teams like Golden State. Without a fully healthy roster, Chicago must rely heavily on Atkins and Banham to create scoring opportunities, while younger and less experienced players are expected to contribute in meaningful minutes. This reliance on a limited set of players increases fatigue over the course of games, further reducing their effectiveness on both ends of the court and creating an environment where defensive lapses are more likely to occur. Golden State, sitting 7th in the standings and only 2 games ahead of 9th place, is fighting to maintain its playoff position in a tightly packed middle of the league. Every game is crucial, and maintaining defensive consistency has been the hallmark of their season. The Valkyries' defensive efficiency, combined with Chicago's depleted roster and struggling offense, gives them a clear edge. Golden State excels at exploiting teams with weak perimeter shooting and limited depth, taking advantage of mismatches to secure rebounds, protect the rim, and generate transition opportunities from forced turnovers. Expect a low-scoring, methodical game with Golden State controlling the tempo, limiting Chicago's opportunities, and covering the spread with relative ease. The game is likely to feature extended periods of half-court basketball, where Golden State's defensive rotations will neutralize Chicago's few scoring threats, while every possession for the Sky will require careful execution and high-percentage shots, a combination that has proven increasingly difficult for them given the current injury-riddled roster. Overall, the matchup shapes up as a strategic battle heavily favoring Golden State, with their ability to dictate pace and limit scoring opportunities, making them a clear favorite to emerge victorious while maintaining control throughout the contest. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Golden State Valkyries money line. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Las Vegas Aces versus Phoenix Mercury. The Las Vegas Aces, 1914, 16-17 ATS, head to PHX Arena in Phoenix, Arizona on Friday night to square off against the Phoenix Mercury, 19-12, 16-15 ATS, in the Western Conference Showdown. Las Vegas takes on Phoenix for the third time this season. The two teams met twice in June, with each team claiming a road victory. The Mercury narrowly defeated the Aces 76-70 in the first matchup, while Las Vegas responded with an 84-81 victory in the second game, highlighting how evenly matched these teams have been. Both games were closely contested and showcased the importance of execution down the stretch, particularly on defense and in clutch scoring situations. The Las Vegas Aces enter this contest riding the momentum of Wednesday's 83-77 home victory over the reigning WNBA champions, the New York Liberty. That win marked their fifth consecutive triumph, with 4 of those wins coming against top-tier competition, signaling that Las Vegas is peaking at the right time as they push deeper into the playoff race. In that Liberty game, the Aces were 2.5-point favorites and did not disappoint, holding New York to just 38.5% shooting from the field while connecting on 43.8% of their own attempts. The team's dominance on the boards was also key, as they out-rebounded New York 39-30, including 14 offensive rebounds that fueled second chance points and kept the pressure on their opponents. Individually, Jewel Lloyd led the way with 21 points, displaying her ability to score efficiently from multiple spots on the floor, while Aja Wilson recorded a 17-point, 16-rebound double-double. Wilson continues to be a force for the Aces, averaging 22.0 points and 9.8 rebounds this season, and her presence on both ends of the court has been critical to Las Vegas's success. Overall, the Aces now rank 7th in the WNBA in points scored per game, with 82.1, and 9th in points allowed at 82.7, reflecting a team that can combine solid offensive efficiency with a capable, though occasionally inconsistent, defensive effort. With both teams having already split their head-to-head matchups this season, this game could very well come down to execution in key moments, the ability to protect the ball, and which team can get their stars to perform at the highest level under pressure. The Phoenix Mercury put an end to their 3-game winning streak last Sunday, dropping a 74-66 decision at home to the Atlanta Dream. Prior to that setback, Phoenix had looked solid, earning convincing victories over the Chicago Sky, 83-67, the Connecticut Sun, 82-66, and the Indiana Fever, 95-60. These wins highlighted the Mercury's ability to execute on both ends of the floor, blending defensive intensity with timely scoring from multiple contributors. Against Atlanta, however, the Mercury struggled to maintain that balance, shooting just 34.8% from the field. They managed to erase a 17-point first-half deficit, showcasing resilience and composure, but ultimately could not hold on in crunch time, with key defensive lapses and missed shots down the stretch proving costly. Alyssa Thomas led the way with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, showing her versatility as both a scorer and facilitator. Dewana Bonner added 16 points and 4 boards off the bench, providing valuable secondary scoring, but the team's overall offensive execution fell short when it mattered most. Thomas has been having a standout season, posting career-high averages of 16.1 points and 9.0 assists per game, while continuing to anchor the Mercury on both ends of the floor. Satu Sabali contributes 17.0 points and 6.6 rebounds per contest, providing athleticism, versatility, and scoring from the wing, while Kalia Copper adds 15.4 points nightly, consistently offering a reliable scoring punch and veteran leadership. Together, these three form the core of Phoenix's offensive attack. The Mercury average 83.1 points per game, ranking 6th in the WNBA, while surrendering 79.5 points on defense, which ranks 4th, demonstrating a team capable of competing at both ends of the court, but still vulnerable to fast-paced, aggressive offenses that can exploit transition opportunities or perimeter weaknesses. Phoenix has relied heavily on its defense throughout the season, using pressure and quick rotations to limit opponent scoring and create transition opportunities. The Mercury's last game against Atlanta ended with a combined score of just 140 points, and none of their previous 4 contests exceeded 155 points, emphasizing their defensive-first identity. Despite this, Phoenix operates at the second fastest pace in the league, with 78.7 possessions per 40 minutes, showing that they can push the ball when needed. When paired against a team capable of matching their speed, such as Las Vegas, this game could shift toward a higher scoring affair, with both sides generating fast break opportunities. The Mercury have demonstrated the ability to control tempo, forcing opponents into contested shots, capitalizing on turnovers, and converting defense into offense efficiently. However, they must remain disciplined and avoid getting caught in fast break battles against elite transition offenses like the Aces, as giving up easy points could quickly negate their defensive advantage. Success will depend on balancing aggressive perimeter defense with controlled pace, minimizing mistakes, and ensuring key players execute efficiently in both half-court and transition situations. Las Vegas, for its part, is 7th in the league in pace at 77.8 possessions per 40 minutes, allowing them to control the tempo and create more scoring opportunities. The Aces excel at attacking the basket, frequently drawing fouls and generating points from the free throw line, which puts additional pressure on opponents' defenses. Their ability to push the ball in transition and exploit gaps in interior defense makes them a dangerous matchup for Phoenix, whose rim protection has been a notable weakness throughout the season. Las Vegas has scored at least 83 points in 4 of its last 5 games overall, demonstrating a consistent offensive output that will challenge Phoenix's defensive schemes. Combined with their versatility in spreading the floor and creating open looks for shooters, the Aces' offense is well equipped to test Phoenix in both half-court sets and fast-break situations, making this matchup particularly intriguing. The last meeting between these two teams took place at PHX Arena, where the Aces narrowly outlasted the Mercury in a tightly contested battle. Aja Wilson was dominant in that contest, recording 26 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists, controlling the paint and influencing the game at both ends with her scoring, rebounding, and defensive presence. Wilson is likely to have another major impact in this upcoming matchup, particularly given Phoenix's ongoing challenges defending strong post players and handling high-volume scores in crucial moments. Her ability to draw double teams and create opportunities for teammates could be a deciding factor, forcing Phoenix to adjust their defensive schemes. Expect the Aces to remain competitive in the final minutes and potentially edge Phoenix in key possessions if Wilson continues her dominance, as her presence on both offense and defense makes her one of the most influential players in the league and a constant threat whenever she is on the court. On paper, Phoenix remains a superior defensive team compared to Las Vegas, leading the WNBA in defensive turnover percentage at 16.9%, an indicator of their ability to pressure ball handlers, force mistakes, and create fast break opportunities that can swing momentum. However, their interior defense remains a noticeable vulnerability, which Las Vegas is well positioned to exploit by attacking the rim aggressively, drawing fouls, and generating points in the paint. Since suffering an embarrassing 111-58 home loss to Minnesota on August 2nd, the Aces' offense has rebounded impressively, demonstrating the ability to score efficiently even against disciplined defensive teams with balanced contributions across their starters and bench. For Phoenix, the key to victory will be maintaining defensive discipline, limiting fouls, executing efficiently in half-court sets, and containing Wilson and the Aces' transition game, which thrives on turnovers and quick scoring opportunities. They will also need consistent offensive output from Thomas, Sabali, and Copper, who must convert their chances from both mid-range and beyond the arc, while ensuring ball movement and spacing prevent Las Vegas from collapsing defensively. Ultimately, the game could hinge on which team imposes its style of play early and sustains it through the fourth quarter. Overall, this matchup is expected to be fast-paced, competitive, and potentially high-scoring, with Phoenix relying on defensive pressure, aggressive rotations, and transition opportunities to counter Las Vegas's offensive strengths. Both teams have shown the ability to score in bursts, but the contest could ultimately hinge on key second-half adjustments, execution under pressure, and the ability to sustain intensity and focus across all four quarters. Bench contributions, rebounding battles, and perimeter shooting accuracy will likely play a decisive role, as each possession could shift momentum in this tightly contested matchup. With both teams capable of explosive runs and quick scoring swings, this promises to be one of the most intriguing and strategically complex games on the schedule, where small advantages in execution or defensive stops may determine the final outcome. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Las Vegas Aces plus 4.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.